Hello? It didn't give me the option to check my mic. I might be on live. If anybody can hear me, give me a heart or a comment and we can get started. Oh, yay, Patty, I'm so sorry for being so late. And of course, after turning the computer off and on and resetting the internet and all the things, I think it was because I didn't turn on my transmitter. I think that's what happened. So apologize for my brain fart today. So let's go ahead. Oh, now I have a blurry camera. Let's go ahead. Let's get started. Oh, so my name is Tina, and welcome to Friday Flow and Restore. So we do have, I have scheduled off an hour and a half for a flow practice followed by some restorative poses. So I thank you so much for everybody who is here. And if at any time you would like to donate, you can hit the donate button and I would appreciate it. For now, let's go ahead and get started. So I do have a blanket, maybe a couple blankets if you'd like for the restorative, and maybe to support your knees for anything that you're on your knees. Blocks are always helpful, or anything household equivalent. I have 2 bolsters here if you happen to have bolsters or pillows. It's nice to have things that support your practice. Excuse me. Okay, so I mentioned that I wanted to start today as we're settling in a gentle seated pose with some alternate nostril breathing. If you are familiar with this, that's great. I'm not going to, I usually mirror you, but in this case, I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing, and you can follow along if you can. Like I said, you might want to blow your nose, because we will be breathing in and out of our nose. I know it's winter time and sometimes that can be challenging, but do the best that you can, best that your nose wants to offer today. I like taking my index and middle finger and placing it on my forehead in between my eyebrows, and then using the thumb to gently close off the right nostril, and then using the ring finger to gently close off the left. And what we'll be doing is we'll be closing the left nostril and inhaling through the right, and then closing the right nostril, exhaling through the left, and then inhaling again through the left, closing the left nostril, and exhaling through the right. And we'll do a few rounds of this. I'll stop cueing it so that you can, once you get the flow, you can do it on your own. And then we'll stop and maybe close our eyes and feel that balance that breath work gives us. So as you're ready, placing your middle finger and index finger on your forehead, closing your left nostril, inhale through your right, close the right, open the left, exhale, inhale through the left, close the left, exhale right, inhale right, close right, exhale left, inhale left, close left, exhale right, Inhale right. Close right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close left. Exhale right. Continue this on your own. Inhale right. Exhale. The next time you're exhaling out of your right nostril, go ahead and lower your hands to your lap. And then from here, arrive on your mat. Maybe close your eyes or take a gentle gaze down towards your cheeks. Take this time to notice how your body is feeling, scanning your body from the crown of your head all the way down to your sit bones, your legs, your feet. Bringing your awareness to those points of your body that are touching the earth or your mat, and feeling that mat or earth coming up to support you, bringing you right here into this moment, solid and balanced. Noticing your breath flowing freely in and out of your nose. Maybe bringing your awareness to how the nostrils feel, how the air feels, the temperature coming in and out of your nose. And then allowing yourself to be here for the next 75 minutes or so. Allowing yourself this time for your practice, for your self-care. Celebrating this beginning, this morning, or this moment wherever you are. We're in the midst of a new moon, so I thought I would read this poem from Rumi. It's called A New Moon. It says, "A new moon teaches gradualness and deliberation, and how one gives birth to oneself slowly. Patience with small details makes perfect large work, like the universe. What 9 months of attention does for the embryo, 40 early mornings will do for your gradually growing wholeness." If you came with your own intention for class today, go ahead and think of that now. Otherwise, I can offer the intention of allowing yourself to teach gradualness and celebrate that. Small movements that help the overall big picture of your body and your mind. You can flutter your eyes open or keep them closed. And on your next inhale, reach your arms up toward the sky. Bring your fingertips together. And as you exhale, lower your hands, heart center. On your next inhale, sweep your arms out and up again. Bring your palms together. Exhale, lower your hands, heart center. And one more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands, heart center. On your next inhale, again, reach your arms up. And on your exhale, reach your right hand down towards your hip and reach over to that side, keeping your chest nice and open, both sit bones on the ground. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach over to the left. Inhale, reach up. On your exhale, twist to the right. Right arm comes behind, left arm goes across. Inhale, chest forward, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Left arm behind, right arm across. Inhale up. Exhale, hands, heart, center. We'll do that sequence 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to your right. Inhale up. Exhale to your left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, reaching up, shoulders away from your ears, palms together. Exhale, hands, heart, center. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, find your nice side bend to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach over to your left. Inhale, reach up, preparing for your twist. Exhale to the right. Inhale, sweep your arms up, chest forward. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach up. Palms come together. Exhale, hands, heart, center. Allow your thumbs to rest on your heart space. Notice any changes that have started to occur in your body. Release your hands down towards your knees, coming into some circles now from your hips. Shift from your hips over to the right side. You're guiding yourself maybe with your shoulders, but moving with your hips, allowing yourself to find, kind of start waking up your hips, waking up your body, moving at whatever pace feels good for you. You can add a little movement to your spine if that feels good, if you're ready for that. Maybe curling your spine as you go back, bring your chin down. And as you're ready, rotate the other direction. Take a rest here. And from here, we're going to reach our arms across. Reach your left arm across and bring your right arm, giving yourself a little shoulder stretch here, arm stretch. And then reach that left arm up, bend your elbow, give yourself a pat on the back, take your right hand to your elbow, and guide that hand back behind you. Try to keep your crown of your head reaching up. Open your arms, cross the right arm over. Right arm goes up, bend the elbow, pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a nice little stretch there. All these little movements helping us with the big picture. Take your arms out into cactus arms here and rotating from your shoulders, allow your palms to go back. And then bring your palms back up, back, and up, and back, and up. Cross your left elbow over your right. You can hug yourself here and then bring your chin toward your chest. Open up. Cross the other direction. For me, it's my right elbow on top. Notice how it feels different on each side. It does for me. Chin toward the chest. Bring your head back up and release. Rotate your wrists. Maybe reach your legs out. Rotate your ankles. Bend your knees. Maybe have a wide leg stance here with your knees bent, and bring your knees over to one side, maybe over to your left. Take a breath here. And then over to the other side. Sway back and forth. And then make your way back up and come into your straddle. Doesn't have to be a crazy straddle. We're just starting to get warmed up here. So hinging from your hips, so like you're closing a book, bring your chest forward until you start feeling that resistance. You can always bend your knees and have any props underneath your knees. If you're feeling any tension, we want to maybe notice the experience of a little bit of a stretch, but no pain. Listen to your body. Yoga is an awareness exercise, finding how your body feels so that you can move in a way that works for you, increases your health. Continue to breathe here. And then go ahead and press yourself up, bend your knees again, shift from side to side. We're going to make our way onto our hands and knees. So if you like something underneath your knees, go ahead and place a blanket or something under there. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. A few cat-cows here. As you inhale, let your belly drop down. Roll your shoulders back, let your chest go forward and your seat go up. Gaze goes slightly up. Exhale, round your spine, press into the earth. Let your head fall between your your arms. Shoulder blades are separating. Continue this movement, going whatever pace feels good for you. Adding any kind of organic movement that your body is asking for. Inhaling, filling up your belly with air as you let it drop down to the ground, and as you exhale, your belly comes in as you create that arch. And take a breath here. Come back to stillness. Reach your right toes to the back of your mat. Curl your toes under. Give yourself a little bit of a calf stretch here. And then come back to neutral. Reach your right fingertips forward. You can tent your fingers out in front of you, trying to keep your hips level here. And maybe you can lift that back leg. Toes are pointed down. Right or your opposite arm, for me it's my left arm, is next to my ear. Left thumb is pointing up. Take a few breaths here. Really reaching out. Feeling that core staying strong as you're reaching out to both directions. Back foot is flexed. And then as you're ready, lower your hand down, lower your knee back down. Take the left leg back, toes back, curl the toes under, shift forward and back. Or you can stay static if that feels better for you. Come back to neutral, reach your right fingertips forward, and then if you'd like, finding balance on your knee and your opposite hand, reach out. Back foot is flexed, front thumb is pointing up to the sky, spine is nice and long, you're looking down toward the earth, and continue to breathe. And release your hand down, release your knee down. From here, we're going to reach our right foot out in front of us and place your foot down and coming in kind of into a low lunge. You can have your blocks on either side of that front foot if you'd like. We're going to start off by bringing our seat back. Your belly and thigh can be touching here and your seat goes back. Getting a stretch in that leg, maybe bringing your toes up for more of a stretch. Hi, Buddha. Take a few breaths here. Start to bend into that front knee. Bringing your shoulders up over your hips, you can bring your hands to your thigh, and then shift your hips forward. So you're getting a nice stretch in that left hip here. Take a breath. Now we're going to do a little bit of movement with those two poses. So as you exhale, shift forward, seat goes back, fold over your front leg. Inhale, bend into the front knee. Maybe raise your arms up if that feels good. Exhale, fold, seat goes back. Inhale, reach up. One more. Exhale, fold, seat goes back, straighten that front leg. And inhale, bend the front knee, reach your arms up, stretch that left hip. Exhale, bring your hands down, bring your foot back, and then bring your left foot forward here. Again, you might want your blocks to bring the ground up to you. Belly and thigh are touching, and then start to straighten that front leg. Your seat goes back. We're trying not to lean too much over to the right. That's sometimes how the blocks can help. Continue to breathe here. And on your next inhale, bend the front knee, raise your shoulders up, maybe place your hands on your thigh, and let your hips go forward, getting a stretch in the front of that right hip. Take a few breaths. And as you exhale, fold forward. We're going to do those movements 3 times. Exhale, folding, seat back. Inhale, shoulders up, bending that front knee. Exhale, fold forward, straighten the front leg, seat goes back. Inhale, shoulders up, bend the front knee. One more time. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the front knee, raise your arms up. Exhale, hands down, bring your knee underneath your hip again. Find your tabletop pose, and then we'll go into our first downward facing dog here. Pressing your hands into the ground, curling your toes, lowering your head, raise your hips up high. You can keep your knees bent, really press back towards your thighs. Walk your dog here by bending one knee, lowering the opposite heel, going back and forth. I don't know if the mic can pick up my noisy knees. It's not static. So go ahead and allow your heels to reach down toward the ground. Wherever they hover or land is fine. Take a few breaths. Find your version of downward facing dog that feels good for you. Maybe your feet come out to the side a little bit more. And breathe. Finding the balance between your hands and your feet. The small little changes that can make a big difference. Maybe bending your knees a little bit so your chest goes back further. On your next inhale, look to the front of your mat, and as you exhale, step or hop your feet to your hands to come into a forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Press your hands into your shins or thighs, your gaze is down, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Reach your fingertips up to the sky, shoulders are above your hips. Bring your palms together, exhale, hands, heart, center. Allow your thumbs to rest at your heart space. Take a breath. Setting up for some sun salutations here. Plant your feet at the front of your mat. Bless you, Buddha. Toes and knees point in the same direction. Roll your shoulders back. Find your mountain pose. Palms either toward your body or toward the front of your mat. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge from your hips and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders even with your hips. Support yourself with your hands. Exhale, forward fold, planting your hands. Bring your feet to the back of the mat, plank. Inhale to shift your shoulders over your wrists. And exhale, you can lower your knees or keep them raised. Bend your elbows back towards your feet, chaturanga. Inhale, roll your shoulders back. Bring your hands forward with your elbows underneath your shoulders for Sphinx, or choose your back bend. It's your practice. Inhale to bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes, maybe come to your knees and then raise your seat for downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the front of your mat. Exhale as you step or hop your feet to your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Reach your fingertips up high. Exhale, hands, heart, center. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, feet go to the back of the mat, plank. Inhale, shift your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga, halfway or all the way. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, press into your hands for cobra or baby cobra, or come to Sphinx. Exhale, curl your toes, raise your seat, downward facing dog. Inhale to the front of your mat. Exhale as you step or hop your feet to your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way to standing. Reach your fingertips up high. Exhale, hands, heart, center. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, feet back, plank. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop your shoulders back, chest forward. Find your back bend, up dog or cobra. Exhale, curl your toes, raise your seat, downward facing dog. Take 5 full breaths here. Finding the resting pose in the downward dog, or you can come to child's pose. Or tabletop. Take a few breaths. We'll meet in down dog. On your next inhale, look to the front of your mat, and as you exhale, step or hop your feet to your hands, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Reach your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, hands, heart, center. Take a breath here. Incorporating those small rests in between moments of movement adds up. Gentle focus can create big changes. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up. Find your chair pose here as you exhale, bending your knees, your seat goes back. Maybe your arms stay up next to your ears, shoulders away from your ears. Look down, make sure you can see your toes and you're balancing on the four corners of your feet. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, your feet goes back. You can flow here with your vinyasa or go straight to downward facing dog. If you're flowing, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga. Come up into your back bend, and as you exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. On your next inhale, raise your right leg up toward the sky. And as you exhale, shift your shoulders forward and bring that foot to the front of your mat for runner's lunge. Lower your back knee down, and on your inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your shoulders forward, lower your left hand and open up into a twist. Exhale, lower your hands down, curl your back toes, raise that back knee, and inhale, reaching up into crescent. Exhale, rotate the back heel, lower your arms, warrior two. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, reach back, reverse warrior. Inhale, reach all the way forward, lower your arm, your left arm next to your left ear, side angle. Exhale, turn your chest to your mat, rotate the back heel up, and bring the back foot to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Exhale, find your chair. Take a breath. Find your balance. Inhale, straighten your legs, come to standing. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, your feet go back. You can vinyasa flow here if you'd like, or you can meet us in down dog. If you're flowing, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga. Exhale as you come into your downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, raise your left leg up toward the sky. And exhale, shift through, plant that foot at the front of the mat, lower your back knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, shoulders forward, right arm down, left arm comes up, come to a twist. Bring your chest forward, inhale, reach up, curl that back toe up, come back up into your crescent. Exhale, rotate your back heel, lower your wings, warrior two. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward, flip the palm, reach back, reverse warrior. Inhale, reach forward, lower that left arm onto the left thigh, right arm to your next right ear, side angle. Exhale, bring your chest toward the ground, hands on either side of the foot. Rotate that back heel and bring that back foot to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Reach your fingertips up high. Add a slight back bend here as your chest goes up toward the sky. Come back to standing on your exhale, hands heart center. Take a breath. From here, bring your feet to the outsides of your mat. And we're going to come down into our Malasana squat. So if you know that you need support for this, maybe behind your heels or underneath your seat with blocks, go ahead and set that up. Otherwise, find where you are today. Knees are pointed out to the corners, or your toes and knees are pointed out to the corners, and you start bending your knees, lowering your seat down. Maybe your elbows come in between your thighs. Try to roll your shoulders back and up. Take a breath. Option here to release your left hand down and reach your right arm up. Coming into a twist, gazing up toward the sky. Exhale, hands, heart center. Other side, inhale, reach your right arm down, left arm comes up. And exhale, hands, heart center. Making your way down, you can bring your hands out in front of you, raise your seat. If you need some energy to do crow, feel free to do that. I will be skipping that today. And I'm grabbing onto my elbows and shifting back and forth, releasing any tension, any thoughts that I have. And then raise yourself up halfway. And then lower yourself down onto your mat, coming into seated position here. I'm going to actually come back onto our mats for a moment on our knees, or on our feet with our knees pointing up. Starting with a reverse pigeon here or figure four. So reaching your right foot up, turning your entire leg over toward the right side and then crossing that right leg over your knee, bringing the left knee in towards your body. You can reach in between that little triangle, so behind your thigh or at the front of your shin. Try to allow your shoulders to reach down to the ground. Breathe. You can release your breath out of your mouth. Start to release any heat that's built up. Plant your left foot down and then your right, and then cross the left ankle, reach left leg up, open it to the side, and then cross it over, and then bring your right knee in towards your chest. Hug behind your thigh or at the front of your shin. Release that foot back down, place the other foot down. Bring your hands down to your side with your palms down. Really press your feet into the ground. We're coming into a bridge here. So as you exhale, raise your hips up toward the sky. Maybe tuck your shoulder blades underneath your upper back. If you want to have a bind underneath your seat, maybe tuck that lower pinky in. Creates a better base. Keep your gaze straight up. Press your feet into the ground. Maybe your hands. Lift your seat. Lift your hips. Release your hands. Separate your shoulder blades. Lower your hips back down to the ground. Sway your knees from side to side. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice hug here. Bring your arms out to a T. And then release your knees over towards your right side. Maybe picking up your head and looking over towards your right or your left arm. On your next inhale, bring your knees above your chest, and as you exhale, release your knees over to the other side. Roll onto your back. Maybe bring your feet up toward the sky, lowering your knees out towards your armpits and reach behind your thighs or shins or up towards your feet or toes. You can rock or stay still in happy baby. And bringing your knees back together, maybe taking your hands to your knees and making some circles to massage your lower back. And we're going to get set up for our first restorative pose. I'm going to get up and move the camera a little bit closer. But if you are next to your couch or anything like that, or if you have two bolsters, we're going to bring our legs up. So even if you would prefer to be legs up the wall for a few minutes, be here for about 10 minutes. So if you have two bolsters or couch cushions or the couch, just bring your hip right next to whatever you're coming up on. If you're on bolsters, your knees will be bent. If your wall, be straight. Have your head comfortable. And just allow yourself to relax in this inverted position. And I'll watch the time. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Make your way onto your side if you're like to bring your knees in towards your chest, and then roll over to one side. And you can gently make your way onto your belly. Going to come into a prone position, so face down. We're going to do face down banana. So coming down onto your belly and then moving your hips over to the left, and then you'll move your legs slightly over to the right and your body slightly over to the right. Doesn't need to be more of a stretch, just moving a little bit because we'll be here for about 5 minutes. So you can bring your forehead to your hands. I like to have a blanket underneath so I can have room for my nose, and I'll watch the time. Take a deep inhale, exhale, let it go. Straighten your body up, maybe in the center of your mat for a breath. And then move your hips over to the other side and your legs and shoulders over to the opposite side. And release your forehead down and let go, and I'll watch the time. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Straighten your body out on your mat. Maybe reach out and bring your hands under your shoulders. Press yourself up, maybe to your side. We're going to make our way into a heart opener. You have a few different options for this. You can have a blanket or a bolster behind you, and maybe a blanket for your head. Bring your hips down. Release your arms out to the sides. And lie back. Another way to do this is with 2 blocks. You can have 1 block in the middle of your shoulder blades the long way, and then another block either the second height or lower down, depending on how your body likes. Go ahead and choose what feels most comfortable for you. And I'll watch the time. A deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Make your way off your props. Maybe bend your feet, bend your knees, and bring your feet to the ground and roll off your props. And then set yourself up for your final relaxation pose. Shavasana, maybe on your back, maybe supporting your knees. Maybe allowing the comfort of a blanket over your body or around the midsection. Relaxing, releasing, and letting go. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Press each fingertip to your thumb, noticing an increased awareness of a quiet mind. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. Sway your head from side to side, bringing movement back into your body and bringing your mind back into this space with us together. As you're ready, curl yourself up into a fetal pose for a last moment of quiet and stillness. As I remind you of the poem we started with, A New Moon. A new moon teaches gradualness and deliberation, and how one gives birth to oneself slowly. Patience with small details makes perfect large work, like the universe. What 9 months of attention does for the embryo, 40 early mornings will do for your gradually growing wholeness. Take another deep breath, remembering that time at rest is never wasted. And then as you're ready, press yourself up to a seated position, and we'll close out our practice together. Taking an inhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky. As you exhale, bring your hands heart center, bowing toward your fingertips. It was truly an honor to guide you through this practice today. I hope you have a peaceful and powerful weekend. Until we meet again, namaste. Thank you, everybody. Move this down a little bit. All right. Well, I am over time, so thank you all for being here. And if you have any questions or anything, go ahead and let me know in the chat or send me a message on here. Again, any donations are appreciated. Helps me create more content on here. Oh, hello. And okay, maybe that's not what I want to do right now. And next week, I'm not sure, actually for the next couple weeks, I'm not sure how my schedule will be. My husband is getting surgery, so I'm not sure how much time I will have to sneak in here to teach. Maybe a shorter class. I'm not sure exactly. So follow me on here, and it should let you know when I sign something up. I might do something on Sunday. I'm not sure yet. Seeing what's going on. So thank you so much for being here. And I hope that this 90-minute practice gave you some movement and some stillness and ready for this new moon, this next section of our trip around the earth, I guess. Okay, well, thank you so much, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye.